and buckle up. So I'm going to try to explain it a little better. So we were on the sniper uh, detail, the DC sniper detail, Muhammad and Malvo. And I remember somehow I shift to night shift. I can't remember how that worked. I know, I know the shooting that happened while I was driving home in the early morning. I don't believe it was the bus stop because when the bus stop one, I remember it was daytime and we were at the bus stop. You know, I think it was like ATF, FBI, a few deputy marshals, and we were looking for the casings around the bus stop and in the wood line. And across the street, I think was some trees or something like that. But while I was driving home, I got off a like morning shift, and it's probably I don't know sometime 8 or 9 o'clock, something like that, and there was a shooting, and I just got on the other side of the when the shoot when they came out. I guess it was at that point it was like I think it was Montgomery County. It was either Montgomery County or DC, like North DC. But I don't remember what road. It's probably a famous road I was driving up, one of the more famous roads. I don't remember which one it was, but it's probably a famous thoroughfare to move up to get up into Montgomery County or just at the beginning of Montgomery County. This guy gets out of, and again, back then wasn't, didn't happen almost at all. Now it's every day, wouldn't bother people as much. But a guy gets out with a submachine gun, gets out of his car, and he's coming across the road to stop traffic, and we're going to have a checkpoint. I just made it across the checkpoint. So what am I saying? That's what you need to do. So it has to be a citywide uh, alert. Officers become as visible as they can. Anybody sitting at the station house comes out of the station house. You bring your dogs out, start effectuating traffic stops, and especially semis or something like that, and start running the dogs. I'm not sure what laws you use in DC. What your reasonable suspicion, probable cause, or can you just do it? I mean, your reasonable suspicion could be the fact that you're having flash mob takeovers and you believe that it's a diversion to run drugs or human traffic, sex traffic people into the city, or even they could run them through your city or into your city and then up to the next city. So diversion is always a possibility. So that you should have like a citywide alert, because if you all converge, because again, the initial reaction would be, pull people from that district, and have supplement, and you could end up focusing in the wrong direction because it's a diversion. So if you run you're going to need National Guard for it, probably, or overtime, and you might be able to do it with overtime. So you're going to have to become more visible and increase your traffic enforcement and your search, your dog going around the vehicle. It's important to find it, but it's more important to do it, because that's the deterrence. You could actually even pull your own people over, like just do a ruse if you need to. But they should see when they do a takeover, there's an increased enforcement all across the city, and including dog searches, canine searches. So I know you've used it since then, but one of the earlier moments of that alert system, and citywide. I think that there is a citywide tactical alert somewhere right now. They use that terminology, but want to check the date so I can get my, because we may have put it, okay, that was, yeah, October 2002. So we started already putting that into place because of 9/11. Isn't that weird? I just noticed that. I don't know, maybe I did back then. Their vehicle, Muhammad and Malvo's vehicle, was very similar to the vehicle. Like we had one of the old vehicles, one of the old Caprices, the square Caprices. Could have been a curse. Moore's doing it. He drives one of those vehicles. Martha Service hung on to this, one of the square. Matt and I drove it for a while. It wasn't a bad vehicle. It's just one of the older ones. It's Matt and Larry. It's not Malvo and Muhammad. They got away with it. No, we had a black one. I don't want no blue one. So yeah. So 9/11 happened. Then we started developing those systems, uh, refining them. You know, the citywide alerts and things. And then that happened, and we refined it even further. So again, I'm sure you used it since then, but that's the kind of thing you want to do. And then that way, if they are planning, if they're using it for a diversion, then it won't work, and it should move away, and they should realize that they're only going to cause trouble for themselves if they cause a takeover, because it's going to cause a citywide tactical crackdown on all sorts of things. All right, stay peaceful. Praise God in all that you do.